Wrestling provides everything pro wrestling. The best one, Donnie, Gins, and the Load Rager Ben are wrestling marks like you who love this sport. Wrestling has it all when it comes to wrestling content. We have different podcasts, vlogs, reactions, full wrestling matches, live pay-per-view watch-alongs, interviews, predictions, and so much more. Only on We Are Wrestling. What are you waiting for? Subscribe and become a We Are Wrestling Maniac now. Collecting has always had a special place in my heart, going all the way back to when I was a kid. I remember my parents taking me to Toys R Us and waking up on Christmas morning to a bunch of new action figures. I had bins filled with thousands of rare WWE, WCW, ECW, and TNA figures through the years until, unfortunately, I ended up selling my whole childhood without knowing the true value of my collection. 2 years after I made that horrible decision, the pandemic hit, and I realized there was a part of me that felt missing, and that was collecting. My whole life, I've loved collecting wrestling figures, wrestling memorabilia, classic video games, Nickelodeon stuff, sneakers, Funko Pops, and even Angry Birds. As time went by, I decided I wanted to get back into collecting, except this time, document it and rebuild my collection over on Best One Donnie. So, if you want to go back into time and relive my nostalgic memories, subscribe now.
We Are Wrestling.
I'm Caro, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling Podcast. We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Let's flip and go.
You're watching We Are Wrestling.
I'm the host with the most.
You are by far the least intelligent.
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs. Ben here, one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling Podcast.
Make sure to subscribe, baby.
We Are Wrestling.
What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs. We're live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What's going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs worldwide. We're live. Ben here, one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast, and this is strange. It's very early in the day, which is already a rough indicator. Two, we're live.
Live.
It's strange. But yeah, we got a pretty stacked show, a very different thing going on today. But before we get into all that, like always, Don, take it away, my man.
That's right. We have a stacked episode for this week because normally we like to separate the pay-per-view predictions and the podcast with the wrestling news, but we decided, especially, with me going to Brooklyn tomorrow, not being able to be a part of the watch-along, and Ben doing the watch-along, we figured we'd do a 2-in-1, so we would also give you guys the pay-per-view predictions and some wrestling news and, answer some of your questions here on the live. But before we dive into all that good stuff, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're listening to the podcast, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episodes. But if you haven't checked out the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel yet, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know the grind is real.
Oh god, that hits different now, knowing that he's coming back tomorrow. That hits so different now.
Literally, Randy Orton is going to be hitting RKOs out of nowhere inside the War Games. How excited are you for Survivor Series, Ben?
I am pretty fucking stoked, man. I gotta say, I'm really really excited for it. It's one of the big five, so it's a massive event. I mean, the Undertaker debuted there. I'm pretty sure The Rock did too, right, or somewhere around
Rock
the time.
did it in 1996.
Yeah. So it's a staple pay-per-view, and it's always exciting. We were at the last one in Boston live, so I mean, I don't see a lot of disappointment, especially with, other rumors circulating that may be or may not be happening that could add to the show and to the whole and shake the wrestling world. I'm really, really excited about it, man. How excited are you about the turnout, hopefully tomorrow?
I am super excited. I am so pissed off that I double booked myself for tomorrow because in case, you guys have been hiding under a rock,
Donnie's an asshole.
Myself. I didn't realize that Survivor Series was tomorrow. So earlier this month, the boys and I, who are, into basketball, they're Miami Heat fans. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, and we decided to get tickets for the Nets versus Miami Heat game. And yeah, I kind of left Ben dry in the desert alone, deserted on an island.
It's all good. We'll carry the live streams. It's all good.
Yeah, so guys, tomorrow on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, Ben will be live watching Survivor Series War Games with a potential special guest. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed yet.
Not sure yet, but
Ben will be
find
here
out.
100%, guys, for
I will.
Survivor Series watch along.
It's gonna be a fun one.
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving, interesting because I didn't know I was going anywhere until the night before. So it was just kind of like a spare of the moment thing. And if anybody who doesn't know me personally, I'm a cat dude, and this is going to play on into the story here in a second. So my girlfriend's sister invited us over for Thanksgiving because she was cooking, and mind you, she's not known for cooking at all. So like I'm already sus about the whole fucking thing. Two, she's like, yeah, my dad's gonna be sleeping anyways because he's got to work, for the night shift because he has like shifts at the hospital and all that shit. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we go over, and she has this very large dog, and he's just the happiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my entire life. But dude was literally up my balls the entire fucking time. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. It's like a lab of some sort. It's like I don't know. It's like a boxer, maybe. I don't fucking know. But he's a pretty big fucking dog. And just would not leave me the fuck alone. And dude, mind you, I get dog allergies now. When it used to be the opposite, I used to die from cats, and it switched. But yeah, anyways, very very eventful Thanksgiving, and I almost fell asleep at the table. I almost fell asleep.
You ate good, my friend.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. It was a good time, catching up with the family, obviously ate good and just had a great time. It's always good being with the fam. Always.
Hell yeah, man.
And, guys, I want to let all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that ever since, 7 o'clock this morning, I have been on the go because where, we live, or wherever all you guys live, Black Friday's a thing, and I went to this wrestling store, M&J's Collectibles, which I do have a toy hunt video over on the Best One Donnie channel. It's my most popular, viewed video. So I went back there, I revisited 50% off of figures, and whoo, got a
dude
lot
had the
of gems.
haul.
And I will show off one of the figures for you guys here on the live, here on the podcast. And we got this really cool CM Punk SummerSlam basic with the pink figure. This was the Summer of Punk. And I got this for a really good deal.
How much did you get it for? Expose it right now.
All right, I will expose it.
No balls.
I only paid $35. And for
that's 50% off.
Yep, that's 50% off of CM Punk. You'd be surprised how much CM Punk figures go for, man.
Fuck. Fuck. Jesus.
All I gotta say, Ben, is don't get yourself into wrestling figure collecting.
I will never sell my soul to that kind of shit.
I am the prime example of it.
Nope. Already not really much of a materialistic dude as it is. The last thing I need is a fucking physical addiction to something, and that is not that's not happening.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, as I'm scoping your entire background, that's just like a fifth of it. That's not even like all of it. They're like, damn, that dude got a lot of figures. I'm like, we should see his fucking house.
Yeah,
The basement's
which
just scratching the surface.
I do want to let all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that the first video of the new year over on the Best One Donnie channel, I will be doing a whole studio tour of my collection. So if you guys want to see, this entire, room, not just the background for all the podcasts and, live streams and stuff, I will be having a whole video over on my personal channel.
So if you want to see his personal beat laboratory, you're going to be getting a front row seat video of it.
Now, that's for OnlyFans, man. And we're not making that announcement yet.
Top tier shit right there.
Absolutely. But,
Ooh,
we got a comment here.
yeah.
And let's answer this. Might as well. Wrestling News 365. You think Sasha Banks will return to WWE at Survivor Series?
I don't want to answer that. I'm kidding.
I'll take the reins. I'll tag.
I'm kidding. But go ahead. Tag in.
So I don't think Sasha Banks is coming back at Survivor Series. I think that, she is going to sign with AEW, or she's just going to wait until 2024, come back, because I believe something came out that she said that in 2024, she was going to come back home, or like where she feels most comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think
it's gonna be
realistically,
A-dubs.
WWE is like the realistic, choice.
Really?
And we got
Really?
Kenneth in here. Sup?
Hey, what's going on, Kenny? How you doing, man?
So with that being said, I say, let's get into the Survivor Series predictions. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, let's freaking do it, baby. So with the Survivor Series predictions, we do want to let all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know that tomorrow, Ben will be live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel watching War Games. And I do got to ask you first, is
What
CM
up?
Punk going to be returning tomorrow, do you think? Yes or no?
In full honesty, I don't care. Oh, perfect music. That was like a perfect time. I don't care. But it's not like in this, like the carelessness. I don't care. I don't care in the fact of it's already a stacked show. Punk is definitely more likely to return to WWE than Mercedes. Absolutely, Tyler. I will. Sup, Fire King. Sup, Justin. I will say it's already a stacked show. We already got a lot of cool shit happening. Randy's return is planned, but what's not planned is CM Punk's return. However,
You don't think it's going to happen?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's a possibility. I'm not getting hyped for it. We talked about this in the last podcast. I'm not going to get hyped up for it because I'm not going to look for disappointment, because they're straight up saying no. There's no such thing as never in wrestling business in general. However, if it does happen, that just adds to it, and that just makes shit interesting, and everybody's Raw is going to pop the fuck off if he ends up going to Raw. If he ends up going to Raw, the viewership is going to fucking...
I think
oh my
Fox
God.
is going to cancel their WWE deal immediately.
Yeah.
Because they got to deal with Roman Reigns only shows up a quarter of the year.
You know that for a fact he's probably going to SmackDown because they're going to fucking put him in a program with Roman if that's the case.
Imagine this.
I
man.
don't...
Your
shit.
first draft pick is Roman Reigns, and he hasn't even wrestled on an episode of SmackDown.
I know, man. But
Team
regardless
Raw's
of the
better.
fact, it is. But regardless of the fact, if it happens, cool.
And Fire King here. Also, happy belated 26th birthday, Donnie. November 8th was your birthday, wasn't it? Absolutely, man. That's my
Hey.
birthday. And believe it or not, Ben's birthday is coming up right around the corner.
Yeah, right here on Wednesday, November 29th. I'll be 28. Old as
so
fuck.
next week's episode of the podcast, Ben will be a year older. He'll be 28 years old.
Yeah.
So with CM Punk returning, here's my thoughts on it. I don't see it happening. CM Punk's not returning
You don't
at
think
the
so?
Survivor Series. Everybody is just getting their hopes up. And I understand the thumbnail has CM Punk in it, all right? But
Clickbaiting,
I'm gonna, say
motherfucker.
something here. Yes, it is
False
to get more
advertisements.
clicks and to get more revenue for the We Are Wrestling channel.
I have no say in any of this shit, so just know it ain't me.
Yep, I was the one that made the thumbnail. I usually produce the shows, I edit the shows, and I'm also the host with the most.
Thanks, Justin. MJF is the best AEW champion, no competition, because no one is on the level of the devil. Good shit. Crazy
Nobody's
take.
on the level of the devil.
Oh, crazy take. All heels winning tomorrow night. Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Okay.
wait, where's
okay.
that at? Oh, there we go.
Yo, Ben, what day of November is your birthday? The 29th, Fire King.
That's right. So now, with that being said, let's dive into the War Games Survivor Series 2023 predictions. So, guys, if you want to give your predictions while we talk about the matches, you can. And if you have questions based on the matches that we are going to be talking about, we will pop them up on here and we'll answer them. So, the first match that we do have here, we have the Women's War Games match. We have Damage Control. We have Kairi Sane, Io Sky, Bailey, Asuka, and oh wait, no, it's only 4-on-4. Oops.
Spoofed ass bitch.
Bianca Belair,
Botch.
Charlotte, Bianca, and Shotzi.
Botched out, bro.
Because I'm so used to it being 5-on-5. This is the first time that it's 4-on-4.
So, am I wrong for feeling like Bailey's gonna get absolutely plummeted tomorrow, like low key? Like, I feel like the whole team's gonna turn on her because she's the only one technically, like, legitimately that is 100% damage control. Because even Io Sky's fucking her loyalty's being very questioned right now as well.
They've been teasing it for a little while now with that.
Yeah. I think out of all the matches on this card, this is the one that I could care the least about, just because the buildup was kind of subpar. I think it's going to be a decent, like, in-ring match. I think the match itself is going to be okay. I don't know. There's just something about me that's not hyped about it. I don't know. You know, honestly, man, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, man. Like, there's so much that can happen because it is Survivor Series and it is War Games. So, I don't know. Do you think if there's going to be, like, any, like, returns, any kind of, like, interference, any surprises?
You see, that's
what's
tough.
on your mind? Tell me what's on your mind first.
So, I am worried that they are going to turn on Bailey right away, which I believe I talked about this last week on the podcast.
Yeah.
In my opinion, when it comes to, you know, Bailey and, you know, this new Damage Control, I want there to be a dominant women's faction, because right now, like, under Triple H, we all know that the Judgment Day and, you know, the Bloodline within the last, you know, couple years have been running WWE, and it's been very successful. They've had, you know, everybody that's come out of the Bloodline has gotten better, except for Roman, because the guy's not even wrestling, but let's not talk about that.
And he can't even fucking stand on his own
with the
2
Judgment
feet,
Day, everybody has gotten way better, and I think if the women have a dominant faction that can run, you know, the women's division in WWE, and it can headline, you know, pay-per-views and premier live events, that would be great for the division as a whole, because it could, you know, you could make more established, you know, stars out of it. And honestly, I think that they shouldn't turn on Bailey right away. I kind of want to see where this can go, but in the direction, it does seem like they're going to turn on her.
Yeah, and I can't help but feel the same way, because and like, what way to do it at Survivor Series, especially if Bailey's helpless, which could honestly really help in a way, because if, you know, obviously if the faces win this and they all turn on Bailey has a chance of turning face again. So,
which honestly,
Bailey,
like, I would not mind the Hugger coming back, like a mix of, like,
I don't,
a Hugger and like
a
little bit of Edge.
No. See, I don't want the Hugger back. Just give her a good, clean slate babyface run. You know, let her shape out her gimmick a little bit if she needs to. But no, I feel like if she were to get turned on, we could definitely see a face turn happening. Because at that 100%. Point, if you look at the other team, that's the other 2 of the 4 horsewomen with 1 missing. And Bailey's one of them.
Absolutely.
So,
which earlier I did show that figure off real quick, and Cam, I did pay $25, so thank you for fixing that, because he was with me.
I was like 35. Jesus, fuck, that's half off. Okay, it's like 50. Yeah, I was like $50. That
Austin
sounds
Gameplay
reasonable.
Channel. Hey chat, is this live? Yes,
it is, man.
We are live. So
live.
like, what I'm trying to recommend all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, if you do want to, you know, tag along, we are going to be going over each match for, you know, Survivor Series War Games. So if you do have a thought or an opinion on the match that we're talking about, which right now we're talking about the women's War Games, feel free to comment and we'll, you know, put it up on here.
Yeah.
But now, you know, I do want to give my thoughts on this. And honestly, I'm excited for this because I do like the way that they brought, Kairi Sane and Asuka into the Damage Control group. And I'm interested to see like where this goes. I think that this has a way better build than last year's War Games for the women. I felt like they just did like
this one makes sense a
absolutely
little
random.
bit more.
It does make more sense.
It just the buildup was kind of subpar is all.
Yeah, no, and I think that this is going to be a fun match. I'm very excited to see. I actually really like the babyface team. I do like that. We're going to get Becky, we're going to get Bianca, and we're going to get Charlotte. And
as
we're
a babyface,
getting Shotzi all on, the same team, which honestly is really cool.
I'm honestly like, dude, I'm fucking proud. Like, I just want to like culturally, like, I want to kind of like, kind of break the fourth wall a little bit, like as who I am as a person too, when it relates to Shotzi. I'm so fucking proud that she's getting so much more camera time. She's getting so much more TV time, more storyline work. She's more hands-on behind the scenes of WWE doing certain things now. And they're really trusting her. And as a Filipino-American myself, that is fucking awesome. It's always great because one of the last great Filipino wrestlers we had was Batista. So, like the fact that she's starting to really come out more and starting to really put in more in, really being able to show herself and to really be a part of these big fucking matches, man. That makes me so fucking happy, and it's a really proud.
Are we
experience.
talking about Shotzi, right?
Yeah, she's Filipino.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm like, and the fact that
at least she's actually going to be like competing this time and not getting squashed by Ronda Rousey.
Yes, and
remember we all left her in that match.
And with how her real life storyline bled into what they were able to do without, bringing any kind of like offensive nature into it, and then also making it really genius and having her really run with it. It's made it so much more interesting and just really brought out these layers of Shotzi that she finally gets to tell a story to the world. And with the personal tragedies that she's gone through, they've really trusted her and given her an outlet to really get that out. And it's turning out to be beautiful, man. And I agree.
And I think what they need to do, and I say this all the time with a lot of these Triple H girls and guys, they just need to be on TV consistently every week, and then that's how they can become established. With Shotzi, it seems like they put her on TV for like one Premier Live event, and then she sits out for another one. And that's not going to help her with momentum through time.
Yeah, man.
And she deserves to be on TV consistently.
Hell yeah, dude. And she's really starting to get comfortable, and you can see it, like she's really starting to get more comfortable on the main roster.
Commented here, I think Kairi will betray Bayley because she was the one to get her hurt.
Yeah. No, dude, they've been boiling this for a while, man. Absolutely right on the nail. That's exactly how I feel. 100%.
Absolutely. And we'll answer this one, even though it's not, the match that we're talking about. Justin, do you guys think Jay will receive an RKO tomorrow since the Bloodline took Randy out of action? Do not answer that. You got to wait until we get to that match, the main event.
Damn. Well, who is that?
Justin Murphy.
Justin Murphy, yeah.
I will put a star there, though.
Yes, put a star there.
Comment.
Absolutely. We will definitely answer that because
that's a very important question to the main event.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I give you a lot of credit, Justin. I do give you a lot of credit for trying to get the answer right now, but we do have to milk it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, man. You got to let it cook, man. This is WWE we're talking about. Who do we have
winning this match, Ben?
I'm going to go with the sake of storyline. If we were talking about what we were talking about, I'm going to say the faces. But I can also see Damage Control and some kind of interference and some kind of, some shit, but I'm going to go with the faces, and my gut's really leaning towards that storyline we were cooking up. So I'm going to go with that.
I think realistically, Bayley's going to get turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Damage Control, they'll probably just leave the cage somehow, probably get off the cage, and then Bayley will be left alone. All the baby faces will hit their finishers on her. 1, 2, 3. I think that, Bianca, Becky, Charlotte, they haven't won anything big lately anyways, so they need this big win. So I feel like they're going to, end up winning this.
Yeah. I agree.
Alrighty. Well, moving on now to the next match here. We have a singles match. Carlito versus Santos Escobar.
Man, I'm so excited for this match. Because, if anybody who knows, I wasn't really a huge fan of Santos Escobar at first, but after seeing him in the ring, seeing the slow build up to him turning back heel and betraying the LWO and Rey Mysterio, I thought it was brilliant. I think I spit in the face of people who don't know how to be cool.
Got this on Black Friday.
Hell yeah, $3. I just want to say though, like, Santos Escobar is really killing this like heel turn, and like
Yes,
he really
he is.
believes that what he did was what he had to do. And it's really cool. It's really cool, and the fact that like he openly left the brass knuckles out there for Logan Paul, and like I caught that shit immediately. And the fact that Carlito as a veteran is here now to put over Santos Escobar is going to be great, and I think the matchup's going to be incredible. We're going to see a lot of nostalgia in the ring, and the build for this has been fucking phenomenal. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it, and they've been really building Santos.
I do want to say something. A did you know fact.
What?
So, did you know Carlito, his last singles pay-per-view match was Unforgiven 2007 against Triple H?
Yes.
That is absolutely nuts, man.
That is fucking nuts.
2007.
Yeah, because after that he was in a tag team.
What is
for a
that, like
while,
15
right?
years?
Yeah. And
18,
he
19,
was
20, 21, 22.
damn. Yeah.
That is 16 years he hasn't had
Yeah,
a
dude.
singles match.
Yeah, it's fucking
And
nuts because
honestly,
he got before he
This
got
is a match
released.
that makes sense, which
Yeah,
I love it.
but before he got released, he was ended up being in like tag teams and shit. He wasn't really doing single shit like that. He got fucking I forgot who his tag team partner was in like
Was
the early
it Primo?
2010s. Primo, yeah, he was with Primo for fucking ever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 years is a long time.
You know the deal. Carlito should play the John Cena role at this point and put over young talent.
Absolutely, that's why he's back, and that's why they turned
absolutely
his
agree
fuck.
with that.
That's why they changed his fucking theme song, which is a fucking phenomenal flame. And
I miss
don't,
his theme song
yeah.
when he was this.
Oh my god, shut up. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, I love annoying you with the theme song thing. 'Cause
God.
I know you take your music very serious.
I fucking do. And I'm damn proud of it.
And you should be, because you have a lot of subscribers over on your music channel. So my thoughts on, Carlito and Santos. Honestly, I'm very excited for this. This makes so much sense. This is one of the matches that I'm really looking forward to the most on this card. I think that, bringing Carlito back, I'm glad they waited until the right time. And this makes perfect sense. Santos, I loved what they did with him. Pretty much, they tried doing the heel thing on the main roster at first with him. It wasn't working because NXT and the main roster, there's a difference between both crowds. You have the casuals and you have the diehards, and the diehards are over on NXT. Two completely different shows.
Oh, yeah.
And then, putting Santos with Rey Mysterio, having him turn face and having him become established by being on TV every week with the most popular luchador, Rey Mysterio, was a brilliant booking decision. Because we all know, if you watch NXT, Santos is way better off as a heel. And, now they picked the perfect time to, have Santos cost Rey the title and pretty much, start this feud. We might be getting LWO versus Legado, which, honestly, I really look forward to that.
Hell fucking yeah, dude.
And our buddy John even said, too, that he would love to see Angel Garza and Humberto join Santos.
Legado de Fantasma?
Yep.
Yeah,
and
that'd be fucking
go
great.
Against LWO.
And the chick that used to be in Legado is still on NXT, so she could get called up too, right? Yeah, then there's Zelina Vega as well. So I mean,
keep Zelina as a babyface.
Dude, Zelina's been killing it with the LWO, and that's that's another thing that's just spectacular. A lot of these people that have really gotten cursed by Vince's reigns and creative are really shining now. They're really shining, and they're killing it. And again, it's another example.
I love this. Like, Santos is getting a singles match on a Premier Live event against an established,
Dog, Triple H makes me want to cry sometimes. He makes me want to fucking cry. Like, dude, you're killing it right now. You're killing it.
But honestly, I'm really looking forward to this one. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with. Fuck, this one's actually kind of hard. Because they could have a series match.
Back, and when you just come back, you usually win. But then Santos just turned heel, so he could you need to build the momentum up. So it's
this could be a series of matches.
I think it's gonna be more than one match.
Okay,
because
so
Rey's
if
on
we're
the sidelines for another, I think 6 to 8 weeks.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Carlito. I'm gonna go with Carlito for match one. You need to build that heel a little bit, get him more pissed off, get him more frustrated, make him a little bit hungrier, make him do bad shit to do it. You want to build a perfect heel, and I feel like Santos Escobar has a really fucking really hefty load of potential. So yeah, do that. Carlito.
So, here's who I have winning this match. I'm going to go with Santos Escobar. I
Okay.
feel like, it's going to be a very competitive match. Santos is going to cheat to win, and I could potentially see the other two members that were originally a part of Legado helping him beat Carlito. And that could open the door because
Okay.
Carlito has kind of joined the LWO in a sense. Rey Mysterio will be coming back, and then I think eventually I could see Dragon Lee, getting in there as well at some point. And being under Rey Mysterio's guidance.
We're cooking. All right. I can see that. So you got
honestly,
Santos Escobar?
I'm okay with either or happening. I just think that this is going to be a fantastic bout, and I'm very excited about it.
Bet.
Alrighty, well, moving on now to our next match on the card. It is for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Rhea Ripley, mommy, versus Zoe Starks.
I'm still settling into Zoe Stark's face, but there's no denying how fucking talented and how great she is in the ring. Now, I'm assuming Zoe Starks is being built as like the face kind of for this match.
Yes.
Which is honestly kind of great, and I'm kind of excited to see her face turn because I feel like she's going to be a very good face. There's some people that just don't work out well as heels, and like there's something just shaky about her heel work, but I feel like her face work is going to be very good. The last match that she was in, the last fucking pay-per-view that was fucking Saudi, she killed it, dude. Crown Jewel fucking killed it and really got to shine in that match. Is she ready for a world championship?
That's my problem.
I don't think so. I think that this is going to heavily boost her, and this is going to put her on a very good path for a serious push and eventually a title reign. But this is really good. This is phenomenal because, you got Rhea Ripley, who is basically China incarnate. And then you got fucking Zoe Starks, who is just everything I feel like Ronda Rousey could not be. And like if for WWE, like this is everything that I've wanted for Zoe Starks. So this match is really going to carve her and where she's going to go from here. I think this match is a trajectory. I think she's going to look really strong here, and we're really going to see a lot of, what the future has in store. They're really going to let her shine, and I think she's going to have like the strong end of things for the first majority of the match, and then obviously Judgment Day interference, just a fucking whim win, a bullshit win, unclean win, who knows? But I'm excited because this match is going to mean a lot of things for Zoe Stark's future. So I'm stoked about that.
And that is one of the pros that I will say about this match. I think that, Zoe Starks, she, is very fantastic. I think she has a bright future in the women's division in WWE. And I think that just overall, hey, what's going on, JA Universal?
What's up, Jay?
So here's the thing that I do have to say about, Zoe Starks. I think that she's fantastic, but I understand why they're doing this because it seems like with Triple H, with his Premier Live events, he tries to put established stars versus, some of his guys or girls, and it's a great way to get them to become more established and, put them over through time, like they're doing here with Santos going against, Carlito, who's well known by the WWE universe. They're doing the same thing here. They want, Zoe Starks. They have, some plans for her in the future. So they're putting her in the ring, obviously, with the most popular, women's superstar in WWE right now. But here's what I think. They missed out on an opportunity. This is one of the big, 4, pay-per-views of the year, the big 5s. And I don't know. I think here's what I would have done. And this is going to be very unpopular. I'm ready to get slandered. Everybody, you can throw your put the tomato emojis in the comments here.
Shit. Here we go.
Here's what I would have done.
Himself.
I know a lot of people don't like her, but I would have Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. That's what I would have done. Because Nia Jax is already very established, and she just came back. You could have had her won the number 1 contenders match. And then this could have been built as one of those, big matches that, Rhea Ripley, she hasn't gone against somebody as big as, Nia Jax. And you could have really built something there, I felt like. And she's already more established. She's already a former women's, champion as well. So, like, there could have been something there, I felt like, a little bit more than Zoe Starks. Now, I'm more of a fan of Zoe Starks than I am Nia Jax, but I'm kind of
Yeah.
looking at it from, like selling,
Mhm.
from the selling side of it.
Yeah, no, I got you. So who do you got? Oh, shit.
Well, JA Universal, I think Zoe Starks is great too, and she's talented, but lacks at cutting promos. That is her only problem, I think, too.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that's gonna come in time,
Mhm.
Like, I think that's eventually gonna get there, and I think
takes
this
time.
match, I
Who do you
think this
got?
match is also another one of those things that is gonna see what she, like, I think it's hard to not see this match as a test for Zoe Starks, like, in terms of, like, the producers and everything, and, Triple H and everything, just to
it's
kind of see
definitely a
where she's
test.
at and how she can hold up in main event matches and, like, big matches like this, and see how she can work a crowd, see how she can get people behind her. Yeah. So I think this match is going to do that.
Perspective. I kind of like the producer side of it that you're looking at it from.
Yeah, like, I think this is, kind of like, can she hold up? And I think this one is going to kind of be that real test of that.
I think she's going to show up.
I think she's going to, because, dude, fucking her shit was nuts in Saudi. So I'm really excited. But in terms of who I got is obviously Rhea Ripley. 100%.
Mommy, she's going to be
Flawless.
champ until WrestleMania, I think.
Yep. That's like no contest, and I don't even mean in a bad way. Just no contest,
Ooh. You know the deal. Nia Jax has a crazy history of injuring people in ring. No way WWE would want to risk that with Mommy. Like I said, you could throw the tomatoes at me, but so far, since she's returned, she hasn't injured anybody yet, so we can't be holding the past for too long.
No.
I feel like there's a time and place. Like, if people can forgive Ridge Hollins for, the accident that happened to Big E's neck, then people should be, forgiving Nia Jax, I think.
Still haven't forgave him for that shit, but that's the topic for another time.
Yeah, we're not going to open up them can of worms.
What's up, dude?
And Rhea ain't losing until WrestleMania. Exactly.
No.
JA Universal knows. But moving on now to the next match here on the card, the one that I'm probably the most excited about. It is for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Gunther versus The Miz.
This is probably one of the times where I'm like, could tonight be the night? I have not forgiven him. Yeah, same here. Same here, man. I have not forgiven him for fucking what he's done.
I'm just trying to, show some love to Nia Jax.
Am I a huge Big E fan? No. Did I think that his title reign was a little lackluster? Yes. But I fucking love Big E. I fucking love him as a person. I think that he's entertaining. Was he my cup of tea? No. But the homeboy did not deserve to get his neck broken like that. That was just fucking unprofessional. But that's again that's a topic for another time.
It sucks in this business, but
it really does.
Happen, sadly.
But in terms of this match, this is one of those times where I'm like, is tonight the night? Like, it's just because, like, the Miz, man, that's a veteran, dude. Like, this is somebody who really rebuilt himself and made a lot of people forget about that fucking Diva Search incident. So I think
it can go either way. It can.
Oh man, like I love
how unpredictable
Gunther.
This match is.
I love Gunther so much, and I've talked about it throughout the year that how much I love him, and I cannot wait until he's a fucking world champion, because that dude is going to be another Roman Reigns level that is hard to beat, but actually defends his fucking title.
It actually shows up on TV consistently.
Yes, and his mic skills are getting way better. His promos are getting better.
He's becoming more established with the main roster crowd.
Yeah, and he's becoming, dude. He made that Intercontinental title so fucking prestigious, dude. It is fucking sickening.
Heavyweight Championship.
And dude, Imperium feels like a legitimate fucking posse, bro. Like, I love it. Like, I love it so much.
Light singles career, I think.
Yes, man, and I am so lost.
They need to show more love to Giovanni Vinci, though.
They really do need to show a little bit more love, but then again, he's got to show a little bit more love too, and show a little bit more of like his side and what he can do for promos and what he can do. That's
Kaiser,
different,
man, has been
out.
taking all the spotlight from poor
Kaiser,
Vinci.
dude, just has way too much swag for a little person should have. But I will say, that dude got swag. That dude is dripping the swag, bro.
I'll tell you right now, Kaiser's Shawn Michaels, Vinci is Marty Jannetty.
That dude has so much fucking swag. It is
We
unreal.
always do this. Kaiser is better than Vinci, but we don't have a graphic to show you for this episode.
Yeah, nah,
we're live, pal.
we're still stuck on
We're
the Jay is
live.
better than Jimmy movement. But I don't know, man. Yeah, no, Gunther ain't losing. What if they have Gunther versus Chad
I'd be
Gable? See,
open
now
for
that
That'd be fun.
yeah, man, gimme 100%, because we're likely, Don and I have said it many times, we're likely getting Logan versus LA Knight for the United States at
We already
WrestleMania.
know
So
it's happening.
imagine Gable and fucking
I don't want to hear
Gunther,
it, Cam,
dude.
in the comments.
Oh,
He was pissing me off at during the live stream.
yeah,
that I
dude.
had
I'm
over
gonna
the
say
weekend.
100%. I'm gonna have to go with Gunther, though. I have to agree. It's gonna be Gunther. He's gonna take it back, But I think Miz is really gonna fucking shine
look
in this
great.
match, dude. And I'm so excited he's a babyface again for the first time in years. I'm so excited.
So here's my thoughts on the match. I think that this is going to be probably, besides the War Game match for the men, this is going to be a match of the night. I think that a lot of people, really doubt the Miz still, which I don't understand why. He has
The
a
dude
Hall
will-
of Fame accolade career. Even though, the last, few years,
Two-time
his,
fucking Grand Slam.
run has been a little bit, stale. It hasn't really been the best.
This is where it
But
picks
now
up,
him
though.
as a babyface, it feels so refreshing.
It
and
really does.
honestly,
It's so
this
good
is
to see him
gonna
get
be
his
such
flowers,
a great
though.
match because both guys that are in this, they understand the business. And honestly, Gunther, I have him retaining the championship. No
Same.
way.
It's
He is
just, it's
losing the
so fucking unreal how good Gunther has always been. And the fact that he's like chiseling out and really taking it. Gable in the
That'd
30
be
man.
great for Raw, honestly.
Dude, Jay, don't even fucking get me started. That would be a steamy live stream, dude, because that's salivating right
That's
there.
one
man.
that I probably wouldn't be able
that's
to
a good one.
answer any comments from the Maniacs. I'd probably be just sitting there watching
no,
them just
I
put
would
on
be
a masterpiece.
completely just engulfed in what the fuck I'm watching on the screen. I would
That's
be
the
gone,
thing,
disassociating
like,
from
the
the
Miz
internet.
and Gunther are just so talented, and honestly,
It's gonna be a banger,
Gunther's all of his matches have been, great.
bro.
And like,
I'm
I
saying
understand
it.
why some people think that the Miz could, beat him for the championship because there has been reports, Ben. I don't know if you've read these that have come out that Gunther has been having some visa issues, so he can't leave the U.S. And there's a lot of Premier Live events happening next year overseas.
shit.
And Gunther can't go out there. So if he's the champion, there isn't going to be no intercontinental title matches.
Damn, that's right.
So that's another reason why Gunther matches moving forward, now that he beat the streak, is more unpredictable.
Yeah, because
because
Elimination Chamber's happening in Perth, and then
Australia.
something's happening in France, right? What's happening in France?
I think Backlash.
Backlash, yeah, Backlash is
JA
happening
Universal
in France.
probably can
Yeah,
tell us if we're right. there.
Backlash is happening in France. So yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts.
But Gunther can't leave the U.S.
Yeah, so that's shit.
So that's why, like, this is very unpredictable. I
Yeah.
won't be surprised if it happens. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I still stand by what
Well,
I say. Here.
here's the thing,
Gunther is
though.
going to be holding that Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship with the World Heavyweight Championship when he wins it. And he's going to hold both
Here's the
titles
thing,
of the
though.
Ultimate Warrior.
If he
I
were to
stand by
drop, the title now at
only
Survivor
two.
Series, I wouldn't be surprised because he has been preaching openly lately that he needs an upgrade, and I think that he's going to be dropping it very soon. So I don't know. This one's unpredictable, but I'm still going to say Gunther for this one.
Yep, I got the ring general, baby, Gunther, and I will never doubt Gunther when it comes to a Premier Live event. I'm probably going to be picking him every time, anytime he's wrestling, because I'm a big fan.
He's
I
a
will
mark.
always hold it against you and everybody else that was at the WrestleMania stream. I was the only person in that place going for Gunther, and I felt like I won the Super Bowl when he retained the championship.
So long story short, y'all, Donnie loves Vienna sausages.
Oh my God.
He's simping right now. It's not even
I'm a
just
Gunther
market. He's
mark.
simping.
I'm a Gunther mark.
Nah,
What
it's a
can I
simp,
say?
bro. You just simped. You just openly
All right,
simped.
well, with that being said, let's move on to the main event match for WWE Survivor Series.
Damn, already?
War Games. There's only 5 matches on this card.
Oh shit. Okay.
We have the men's War Games match. We have the Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and the returning Randy Orton, baby.
God, this is gonna be so fucking good. Oh God, can you put that graphic one more time? He can't leave the U.S. for 6 months. God damn.
Oh wait, that's the wrong graphic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh God, dude, it's gonna be. Oh shit. Oh my God, dude, that fucking match is so goddamn stacked. Oh shit.
I'm actually more excited for this War Games match than the last year's one.
Bro, I feel like I just felt a tingle. Like, oh God, I'm so excited. Yeah, like you got
so excited for this
so
one.
on the face team, you got Jey Uso, you have Seth Rollins, you have fucking Randy Orton, you have Cody Rhodes, you have Sami Zayn. That exactly. TNA, RKO, TNA. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be explosive. And then you have fucking Drew McIntyre joining the Judgment Day for a night. Like that is a lot of fucking heat, dude. There's more fucking heat than the Inferno match in that ring.
I will say his promo this past Monday on Raw was so good.
Did someone just
Drew
yell at me?
McIntyre.
Negan, stop yelling at me, bitch. Sorry, my cat was yelling at me.
That's okay. And you see that, guys? That's why we don't do a lot of lives, because we botch a lot.
Yeah.
So we
I was
get
like,
the
someone
retake.
just fucking yell
But
at
we're
me?
live, pal. No retakes.
Nope. Not one.
So I gotta say this about this War Games match. I am beyond excited for this. I love
Stoked.
what they have done with the Judgment Day. Edge leaving this group was honestly the best thing that ever happened to this, faction.
Not
And
only
now
did he
having
leave the group, he left the company.
McDonough in the group finally officially. I love that. Drew McIntyre on Raw pretty much cut a promo and basically, had a perfect reason. He said he's not a part of the Judgment Day, but the reason why he wants to be in this match is because he could be locked inside that cage with Jey Uso, who he has still not forgiven for what happened
Damn.
at Clash at the Castle.
He already beat his ass once, bro.
Long-term booking.
Yes.
Something that we've been asking for years.
That's like, but didn't you already just beat his ass though? And you want to beat his ass again? God damn.
Drew McIntyre, man, he loves giving an ass beat.
A beating for every single person in the bloodline. Damn, so we got a couple more matches coming up. Fuck. But as for Senor Money in the Bank cash in is coming.
Or no?
I don't think at Survivor Series, but yeah, if it's happening soon, dope. But I don't
see it happening at the War Games.
No.
That's a good thing to
That'd
really
be
think
ballsy.
about too.
Can you imagine that, locking him in the cage and then just fucking taking it, stealing that shit from Seth? Because the world champion is in the match. So I just
here's a great
don't do this to me.
strategy. What they could do, honestly, just take all the baby faces except for Seth Rollins out of the cage, throw them out, and then there you go. You could keep all 5 of them, cash in, and then just beat the shit out of them and win the championship.
Such a fucking dick.
I'm over Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship run. All right. I'm tired of it. At this point, I would have Hornswoggle win the championship. I am fed up with this championship run.
Yeah, Drew should have won it.
Shinsuke should have won it. Finn Balor should have won it.
Okay.
But Drew McIntyre really should have won it.
I feel like if anybody could have really built it up more and elevated it more, it would have been Drew.
It would have been Drew, 100%. He carried the Thunderdome era when there's nobody.
Yeah, so imagine what he could do when there's people. And as a face too, man, that dude was red hot, man. Like, that dude was on fire, and I hate that the world went to shit during that for him. Like, I still haven't gotten over it for him, dude. On his own behalf, I still haven't even gotten over it. So I don't even blame him for being so fucking angry.
I cannot wait to see Randy Orton back.
Oh my God. Dude, this dude is gonna look insane. I hope you know that. Like, when he comes out, that dude is gonna be more chiseled than a fucking statue. That dude is gonna be in insane shape. And I'm excited to see his first RKO. That pop is gonna be insane, dude.
For nostalgia purposes, what I really like about this is Randy Orton's returning at Survivor Series, and if you go back into history with the Survivor Series, that's one of Randy Orton's strong pay-per-views. He's been sole survivors for years. He's won championships. He's had one of the best, Survivor Series, runs.
Now, is it elimination pins, or is if one person on one of the teams gets pinned, that's it?
Yep. So basically, they have to wait until all 5, men are in the ring, and that's when the pinfall stuff will begin.
Okay. Yes,
So pretty
I
much
remember.
every 5 minutes, a new person comes out from each team.
Yes, I
I believe
remember.
the Judgment Day does have the advantage in this one.
What, so they get 2 people? They get 2 people that start? Rollins is carrying the
the title around like a prop now.
Yeah, man, I have to agree with you. I 100% have to agree. I think that his title reign has just been, it's kind of like overstayed its welcome. I feel like, again, Drew was just the perfect dude to take it, in my opinion. Like that match was so fucking good
they're
too.
really planning on having Gunther win the Rumble and then Gunther being the one to beat Rollins at Mania. That's the only thing I could see happening, which would be an interesting, possibility.
I know from what I've heard, I think Roman Reigns' next opponent for Royal Rumble is LA Knight. I think LA Knight's continuing. I think he's getting another match.
Yeah, and then they're going to find some way to write him off, and then he's going to go for the U.S. title against Logan Paul probably at Mania.
I'm sick of both fucking world title reigns. It's just sad that I got more tired of Rollins.
Give Rollins
faster.
credit. At least he's on TV and he's actually wrestling at the big events.
It's just the matches have been fucking lackluster. I feel like, I feel like there's nothing that has been special about it. I don't know. I might sound like a dick, but
honestly, here's what I would do. Like I know we're getting a little off topic here, but fuck it. I have Gunther winning the Royal Rumble, and honestly, I would have him keep the Intercontinental Championship, and I would have a champion versus champion match. Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Gunther beats Seth Rollins at Mania, holds both titles like I've been wanting, and then the next night on Raw, he can vacate the Intercontinental title, and we could do some tournament with a lot of, the standouts. Like, I would love to see Chad Gable in the tournament. I would love to see, like, Jey Uso in the tournament, because maybe this could be a great way to get him
in tournaments, bro.
Well, that's the best way, man.
Stand by tournaments, bro.
Or we just do a ladder match at, like, Backlash. We put the fucking title up in a ladder with a bunch of great people.
Miss fucking ladder matches, so please.
I'll take a ladder match over the tournament. I like that idea.
God, I feel like if a ladder match was announced, I would probably fucking cry. I would probably cry if there was a ladder match.
The Bloodline storyline. I agree with JA here, man.
Oh, 100%.
But now getting back into the War Games match, now we should answer this question here before we give our winner, which I did star this. So Justin Murphy, we're going to finally answer your question if you're still here. Do you guys think Jay will receive an RKO tomorrow since the Bloodline took Randy out of action?
Absolutely, right after the match. Absolutely.
Alrighty.
And I think that'll be Randy's first feud, actually, right after. I think that might be his first feud, but it's also going to put over Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso is really getting bred now to be a world champion eventually, a little bit longer down the line. So I don't know. I think we got some shit cooking up. So I think so.
So here's what I think is going to happen. So answering that question, I think that Randy Orton is going to hit an RKO on Jay, but the person that he's going to hit that RKO on, Cody Rhodes. I think we're going to get Cody versus Randy at Rumble.
Really?
I think that this is the next feud for Cody Rhodes. I think it's going to be him versus Randy.
Okay.
Because they have that history with Legacy, and I think that Randy's going to, become a heel.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just a wild take. That's my wild take.
I feel like that'll hurt Cody in a way, though, because everybody's going to be so hyped on Randy's return. They're going to be like, fucking destroy him. Fuck his story. So I don't want that for him, Yeah,
I don't want that either.
And that's how you're going to do it. Because everybody's going to be way too hyped to fucking boo him.
His story.
Bro. Everybody is going to be way too fucking hyped to boo him. So they're going to be like, oh, fuck his story.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
It's true.
That's hilarious. It's
fucking true.
It's so true. But I do want... Actually keep Randy as a babyface until Mania. When Cody wins the titles, there you go. The first feud could be Randy. He hits the RKO the night after Mania. Yeah, that's better. So here we go. We do got some questions here that we can answer. You know the deal. I don't think / want Punk to return, but do you think the live Chicago crowd will overtake tomorrow with Punk chants?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. They're fucking nuts, bro. Chicago fans in general are nuts, but CM Punk Chicago fans, another fucking world, bro.
Just like New England fans in our area.
Dude, it is almost like cult-like.
Ooh, DIY versus Judgment Day at WrestleMania for the tag titles.
I could see that if they're built properly. I could see that. It
I just
all
want
depends on the
I just
build.
want the tag titles to be split up already. I want tags on SmackDown. I want tags on Raw.
I think
There's
we're
so
getting
many
to
great
that.
tag teams in both brands.
I think we're getting to that eventually. I think we're
We
getting to
need
that
to.
very soon because the whole two belt thing is really starting to overstay its welcome.
It's
really
been
is.
overstaying its welcome for a year now.
Yeah,
they
man.
had the perfect opportunity at Mania to do it, and they blew it.
Yeah,
Punk ain't returning till Rumble. That's what I think.
I think so too.
realistically.
I think so too.
And
Who
who
do
do
you
you think Nakamura is calling out?
See, now that I don't know. I haven't really been
Same
able to
here.
keep
Like
up
me
with
and Cam
the.
were talking about it on the way home from our toy hunt
What-
earlier today.
Who?
I really
What
don't know
was?
what's gonna happen.
What was his promo? I didn't even get to see his promo. Can you
So
pull
pretty
that up?
much, I can't because of copyright purposes.
Oh
but
shit! Yeah. Okay.
Shinsuke, pretty much what he's been doing is he's been posting these, pretty much these promos, like
Okay.
saying like he's been trying to call somebody out, and a lot of people are speculating that it's CM Punk because if you do go back during the match against Ricochet, I believe it was a Falls Count Anywhere random episode of Raw, he hit the GTS on Ricochet.
Okay.
So a lot of people are speculating that Shinsuke is trying to call out CM Punk.
Oh, but what was the promo though? Because he had like some cryptic message or some shit.
Yeah, so he's had like some like cryptic message. Like I don't really know because like I haven't really been watching the Raws, but yeah, I guess he's been calling somebody out. I really don't know who it is, if I'm being completely honest.
I'd have to see the promo in order to really tell you. So
Yeah, so here I have an idea here. So let me go to let me go to the YouTube here real quick. I'm gonna find the promo for you. I'll let you watch it, but just make sure you don't have the volume crazy. And we're live, baby. So you know what? While I'm looking for this, since we are actually, I got this. All right. So Ben, who do you have winning this match?
which one?
So now we can close off
the men's.
predictions. Yep, for
The men's match. I'm gonna go with the faces. I'm gonna go with the face, especially with they're not gonna spoil Randy Orton's return, bro. They're not, unless he turns on them and fucking whatever. But that's a far fetched thing. But I could also see that happening because it's fucking Randy Orton. I'm gonna go with the faces.
I'm gonna go with Judgment Day on this one.
Bitch.
And let me just double check this last comment here real quick. And it is a Shinsuke, so we will save that. So up next, whoop, hold on 1 second, man. This is so weird doing it live. Alrighty, well, up next, guys, we do have some wrestling news and, of course, getting put over segment. And during this break, I am going to be having Ben watch this. I'm going to get him prepared and stuff. So he's going to see the Shinsuke thing, and he's going to give, his thoughts on it. We'll be right back with more We Are Wrestling Podcast 84. Collecting has always had a special place in my heart, going all the way back to when I was a kid. I remember my parents taking me to Toys R Us and waking up on Christmas morning to a bunch of new action figures. I had bins filled with thousands of rare WWE, WCW, ECW, and TNA figures through the years until, unfortunately, I ended up selling my whole childhood without knowing the true value of my collection. 2 years after I made that horrible decision, the pandemic hit, and I realized there was a part of me that felt missing, and that was collecting. My whole life, I've loved collecting wrestling figures, wrestling memorabilia, classic video games, Nickelodeon stuff, sneakers, Funko Pops, and even Angry Birds. As time went by, I decided I wanted to get back into collecting, except this time, document it and rebuild my collection over on Best One Donnie. So, if you want to go back into time and relive my nostalgic memories, subscribe now. I don't know if you guys caught that. We're live now. There's no retakes here. But I did just send you the promo for you to watch.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right, so here we'll answer some of these, questions here. So we have JA Universal. Some people are saying Karrion Kross. That's who Shinsuke is, calling out.
Really?
Jack Roman. Shinsuke did say the person is very close by, so it's not Punk.
But isn't Karrion Kross on SmackDown?
And that's what I pretty much am thinking too. JA Universal. Some people are also saying Okada or Kenta he could be calling out. Which, I could see that happening because, Kenta was, a part of WWE at some point. Okada is about to be a free agent pretty soon. So it is very possible that that could happen. So I am, guys, letting Ben, watch this right now. And yeah, Shinsuke, has been, cutting these, very weird promos. And honestly, definitely can see it, being, somebody that's maybe not being talked about much. I think that, it's not going to be CM Punk realistically. I know like some of the things, add up, but I just don't see that happening. And have you found the video yet? I sent you it on the We Are Wrestling group chat. Alrighty, so he is watching it right now, guys. And I will, do the, or yeah, actually, we'll wait for Ben here real quick. So, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there, we're hoping that you guys are enjoying the lives. We do want to do these more often and, give you guys, do some of these more often, man.
Yeah, so I have no fucking idea. Like what the hell that meant. I have no idea.
I've watched it and I've had no idea either.
Yeah, man.
Imagine the pop if it's Okada. Okada's a big name, in the New Japan area, but
I just don't know about WWE. Like, I feel like AEW, but
but it would have to be a big pay-per-view for this to happen if it's Okada, because obviously the pay-per-view crowds know more when it comes to they're more diehard fans at the big, pay-per-views.
The Rumble's going to be an interesting pay-per-view because that's next in line.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know if you've heard the news, but according to, multiple reports, MJF, WWE believes that he has, secretly, quietly re-signed with AEW until 2027. They haven't really heard anything from him yet with the whole, bidding war, free agency thing. How do you feel about that? Do you think MJF has signed a new deal?
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, the dude's thriving there. There's no reason for him to leave. Obviously, he's in a really good position. He's getting paid the money he wants to get paid, and it's a lot of leniency with some creative decisions, and he's more unfiltered and has the green light to do those things and to say those things, where WWE, he would be definitely confined and would definitely have a rebrand change. I don't think he's ready to do that yet, and that's okay. What he's doing right now is working. Don't fix something that's not broken, and that WWE would break it. So I don't know. I think it's a good choice if he did, and I could definitely see that being the case.
Yeah, so also, too, that all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there, if you have any questions wrestling related or news, or you want to know anything, that me and Ben feel towards something, feel free to comment now before, we do the Getting Put Over segment, because we will, answer anything basically. And I do want to give my thoughts on that as well with MJF. And I think that, to be honest, I know we all want to see him in WWE at some point because we know he's a generational talent. He is one of the very best right now in the business. And he's the one right now literally carrying AEW on his back. So obviously we want to see it happen, but I think that this is a good move for him now because obviously he's 27. He's about to hit his prime in, wrestling. I think that him, staying in AEW, he's already in a good position. WWE is stacked right now, especially, under Triple H. So I think MJF would kind of get lost in the shuffle there. They wouldn't really have a direction for him. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
And I did hear from the rumors, they think that his contract got extended until 2027. Like I was saying before, I think that if MJF does re-sign with AEW, or if he did, it was a 5-year deal. Because I think that he's getting some big fucking money in this deal. I think he's getting Hulk Hogan type money because he's literally right now the face of, AEW basically.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
And I think what's going to happen, AEW's World End. On Wednesday, it was announced that Samoa Joe will be fighting MJF for the championship.
Hey, let's go.
And I think what's going to happen realistically with that is I think MJF's going to get screwed by the devil. And I think the devil will reveal itself, and MJF will be off of TV for a few months to kind of tease the whole bidding war thing.
Yeah, he'll return.
Make his
Big pop.
return probably at like Revolution or something.
Maybe. Yeah, he can give some time off for a little bit. It's crazy because we're going to be there, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, I don't even know if we like even said anything about this, but hey, it's fine. We're live, man, so we might as well share this news.
Let's go.
Ben and I, we decided that we're going to be going to AEW's World's End December 30th in the most magical place in the world, Long Island, New York, baby. And it's going to be a great time. And, you know, Ben and I, we've been busting our asses here on the We Are Wrestling, you know, channel for this past year, grinding, doing all the pay-per-view predictions, doing a podcast, which I think for the first time this year, we didn't miss a week.
Yeah.
And this year we decided that, we want to go to AEW's World's End because we don't know if the MJF thing is true or not. This could potentially be his last AEW show that he wrestles at. And I hope that's not the case. I hope that, these reports are true. And I think that AEW, they need MJF because if he leaves, the ship's going to sink.
Bad. Yeah, that's bad.
And I just see it in 2027 when his contract's up this time around. Then he's going to go to WWE, and they're going to have something for him. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, well, we got a couple things here. Let's see. Jack Roman. I don't think so. Tony Khan wouldn't be able to keep his mouth shut. Plus, MJF in the title is not even list all who would be at All In the UK. Well, obviously, Jack, they're not going to show him with, the UK because they want you to believe that he's leaving AEW. Which I think that's the whole storyline that they're going to do at World's End. I think Samoa Joe is going to win the championship, and I think that they're going to try to tease it like MJF is actually gone, so that when he comes back, he gets that massive pop. And then they'll probably update the whole poster thing by then. Let's see here. JA Universal, are you going to do a watch-along for TNA Hard to Kill? Yes, I will be doing a live watch along for that. I don't know if Ben's going to come and watch it with me, but I do want to give TNA a shot, and I think that I'm going to, watch Hard to Kill.
Hey, it's definitely possible.
And J.A. Universal, man, he's still here, baby. Do you think Deonna Purrazzo is going to go back to WWE after her TNA contract is up, or will she resign?
I could see that. Extend the women's division.
Yeah, honestly, I could see her going back to WWE because seeing that, Chelsea Green is back in WWE, one of her best friends, and they were, tag team champions over in Impact. I could definitely see Deonna going back now that Triple H is running things. I feel like he would, actually use her properly. And I could see her, showing up in the Women's Royal Rumble, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, well, we got no more questions or anything, so might as well play the music here. Every week on the We Are Wrestling podcast, we do this thing called Getting Put Over segment, where once or every other week, Ben and I, we alternate. We pick a superstar that's past, present, or future, and we put them over. Last week, Ben wanted to put over the wrestler Chris Benoit, and this week, we are going to be putting over another ruthless aggression guy. Season 1 Tough Enough winner, Maven, who right now is, doing a lot of really awesome YouTube videos and stuff.
Oh, he's killing it on the YouTube game right now, man. Dude's killing it.
Absolutely, man. So, when it comes to Maven, I do got to ask you, what was one of your favorite, moments from, Maven in his career?
The iconic Undertaker elimination.
Yes,
that
was the picture here, man.
That was an insane fucking moment because nobody saw that shit coming. Nobody. Imagine the people in the live audience that lost their fucking mind, bro. Undertaker
he did the
got
drop
eliminated.
kick and then Undertaker got out, which, man, going back to that moment right there, which I do have to pull it up again, so iconic. Him, eliminating the Undertaker
Excuse me.
and just getting that massive pop. And then I remember Undertaker throwing him out and then like carrying him in the crowd, beating the crap out of him like in one of the suites.
Yep.
Then he put his like freaking like bloody head in like the popcorn.
Mm-hmm. It
That
was different,
great.
man. Wrestling was built different back then.
That was honestly one of my favorite.
What a time to be
moments
alive.
with Maven, definitely. But it's crazy because Maven has had, a really underrated successful career during his time with the WWE, which I do highly recommend. If you guys, are a fan of Maven, go to his YouTube channel. He's doing some amazing content, and I definitely want to, put that over as well in this because the videos that he's doing are all real and authentic. He's pretty much, sharing real stories, answering real questions that a lot of former, WWE superstars wouldn't answer. And he's really opening up that door. And I've learned a lot from, watching his videos. He's very real. He's very honest. And he's been through a lot of shit too, which, he talks about in his videos. But with Maven, obviously, he's was the very first winner of Tough Enough Season 1 when he had the bushy eyebrows there.
Jesus.
And he had a run with WWE, I believe, until 2005. So he was, a mid-card guy during the Ruthless Aggression era. And yeah, I remember, him wrestling. One of my favorite moments from him was, I believe it was New Year's Revolution in 2005 in Puerto Rico. He wrestled Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin beat him in like a minute, and then he got mad, so he wanted to restart the match, and then Benjamin beat his ass again for like another, it took him like another minute. Oh, Jesus. Man, I remember that moment. That was great.
That was then also a lifetime ago, man.
And I will say, some of my favorite matches with Maven, I really loved the work that he did with Triple H. That was one of them. Because I remember around the time they were doing this general manager thing where they would have a wrestler be a GM for the time being. I think when Eric Bischoff was on vacation or something. So then they were able to book the show, and then Maven as the general manager booked, him versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then, Survivor Series came up. He got attacked by Snitsky, and he was actually one of, the big surprises at that time.
Fucking Snitsky.
I don't know if you remember that.
No, dude.
Survivor Series, I think it's 2004. It was the Raw Survivor Series.
No, I wasn't watching at that time.
So pretty much what happened was
period.
He got attacked earlier in the night by Snitsky, and then he came back because he was supposed to be in the Survivor Series match for Team Raw, and he was one of the sole survivors during that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So with Maven, have you checked out any of his YouTube stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I love hearing his his road stories and everything, and him denying another return to WWE and how he kind of low key regretted it. There's a lot of stuff in there. The dude is definitely one of the most transparent people on in terms of the wrestling business that really gives you an inside feel to what it's like on the road, what his stories were what certain key moments of post matches and what went down there. And it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool to hear about someone's long standing career, even if it's very brief in the world, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, Maven, with his YouTube channel, I do got to ask you, what is one of the stories that does stand out to you that he shared, or videos that you really enjoyed?
Probably the one I just mentioned. Why he why he ended up denying the contract and why he regretted it, just because it's interesting, because there's always what if scenarios, and you always think about what could have happened, and what the angle would have been, what the first feud would have been coming back. And it's interesting because then you get the fantasy booking aspect of things going. So I would have to go with that.
Yeah. And one of my favorite videos was the difference between working on Raw and working on SmackDown. I thought that was a really cool breakdown video because
even something like that, that's something people
it was cool
always
because
wonder.
he was talking about the revenue side of it, working on a live show like Raw, and then the difference between that and working on SmackDown, which SmackDown was more relaxed, vibes backstage because it was obviously taped. Raw was live, it was more chaotic. So like
Yeah.
he talked about like the differences there, and like I
And who
really
was
enjoyed.
producing is also
that.
another big thing, you know.
Yeah, which, Maven, it sucks that like his career, did fall off a little bit short. And like he talks about it a lot in his stories with John Laurinaitis, how
Yeah.
Laurinaitis would always tell him to, go into the ring and, get his reps in, but like Maven felt like he didn't need to. And that was one of his biggest regrets.
Shit.
Which, Maven did have a pretty underrated career, though, and at least he wasn't one of those tough enough winners that didn't do anything in WWE.
Yeah. Daniel Buter.
Daniel Buter.
Sorry.
Andy Kaufman. Or Andy
Kaufman. Jesus, that's a fucking old school comedian.
No,
okay.
Andy Kaufman.
Jesus.
I was talking about the winner in 2011 Tough Enough.
Yeah,
Anybody
dude, I have
want to
no
get
fucking
his
clue.
name in the comments?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember his name. His name was Andy, and then he didn't really do anything. Just a guy named Andy. He's probably the kid in Toy Story. But yeah, that is the Getting Put Over segment this week. We covered WWE Superstar Maven, and this was my pick this week. And there really wasn't much to talk about because obviously he did have a pretty short, run. I don't even know why I picked him to be over. Probably because I've been a mark with his YouTube stuff. Ben, are we going to get a clue on your pick for next week's Getting Put Over segment for 85?
Yes.
Or are you gonna just spoil it for the 7 people watching live right now?
Yeah. So next week we're gonna be putting over Eddie Guerrero.
All right, this I could get behind. I'm excited.
Yep. Eddie Guerrero.
I love
Absolutely. Yep. That's who's next, guys. So
Absolutely.
We Are Wrestling 85.
We Are Wrestling 85. So technically we're live here, and we don't really have like topics that are just all over the place. We're pretty much just playing it, ear by ear with the Maniacs, with, you guys commenting and stuff. And obviously, we already gave our predictions for WWE Survivor Series and talked about the MJF stuff, which was pretty much the agenda. But, yeah, I do got to say this as well to Ben. And I got to ask you, because I know you didn't watch, AEW Full Gear.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you did, check, because I did send you a thing in the We Are Wrestling group chat about Hangman and Swerve. Have you seen anything of that? Like clips?
I have not seen the match, but I know it was fucking brutal. And from what you quoted, that it was one of the best matches you've ever seen. So I was like, okay, yeah, I might pull that up on the big screen here in a little bit and check that out. So I'm interested. I'm definitely interested because obviously, as everybody knows, AEW is definitely more of the old school side of things. But yeah,
Ben,
I'm really.
So that's
really
going to be your homework, man, for this week, for next week's episode. You need to
excited.
check out that match, and I want to get your honest thoughts because I've been listening to everybody about this. Rene Dupree's reaction was, "What the fuck?"
What
Jim
fuck?
Cornette, he lost his shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
He fucking Jim Cornette hates everything, including himself. So
Including himself.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure, man. Was someone that unfucking
man.
happy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Jim Cornette, man.
Jimmy.
Horny Cornette.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. We got Justin Murphy back in here. That 2004 Survivor Series, each number of the winning team was GM for the night. Oh, okay. That does make sense there. Now I kind of remember that a little bit. All I know is Maven, he was a GM, and then he kind of booked himself in a World Heavyweight title match. I'm surprised Tony Khan has not done that yet in AEW.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I think that, my thoughts, I will give out my thoughts on the whole Swerve and the Hangman thing. I thought it was one of the best death matches I've seen. Very violent. Yeah, it's a little disgusting, some of the things, but it was really freaking good for a death match.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your reaction next week.
Hell yeah.
But is there anything else you want to talk about before we close this week's episode off?
Nah, I think we covered it all, and it's been good hanging out with you guys, and in real time. It's crazy.
Doing this live, which I feel like
We didn't buy.
Eventually, if we do a live episode, we probably got to do it more like after, at night probably. I feel like more of our, fans, they're more of, like night owls. So
Yeah.
eventually we will do this. It was very last minute because obviously it was a very busy week. And wow, before we close this off, I did forget.
What up?
Ben, what is your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week?
We're reversing it. We already did our main event. Now we're to the beginning.
My highlight of the week was probably, and it's unfortunate to say, but probably the Randy Orton announcement.
That's not unfortunate at all. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it was kind of hype. I'm not
I feel
gonna
like
lie.
if you're not excited,
and it
for
meant
Randy
so
Orton,
many things.
it was spoiled, but still, like the fact that like we're getting the Legend Killer back, we're getting the Apex Predator back.
Literally
Randy
tomorrow,
Orton.
bro.
It's exciting, honestly, I think. So I do want to give you guys my highlight of the week. And I got a couple of them because I've had, really been enjoying a lot of the wrestling. And probably my highlight of the week has got to be on Wednesday on Dynamite, which I feel like a lot of the times I pick Dynamite because it's usually like a day before we record, so I'm more refreshed with Dynamite. But they did this funny segment. It was with Christian, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus. And basically Christian threw a Twinkie fit because Luchasaurus lost them the match, even though Christian hit Luchasaurus with the chair. And pretty much blamed him, so he had Luchasaurus go on his knees and apologize. And he changed his name to Kill Switch. So now that's his new name. And Nick Wayne got the new nickname, The Prodigy. And his mother came out to try to protect him. And Christian basically... Luchasaurus tried to stick up for the mother. And Christian pushed Luchasaurus into the mother. And she fell down. And then... yeah, Christian was about to do a concerto to his fucking mother. To Nick Wayne's mother. And Nick Wayne just
boy an orphan.
Nick Wayne
gosh.
sat there. And then basically what happened was Edge came out and did a concerto to Nick Wayne for letting his mother almost get killed.
Hell yeah.
That was my highlight of the week.
Yeah, that's a good highlight. I'm about to watch that too.
You definitely have to, Ben. It's hilarious. Like, Nick Wayne reminds me of like a Dirty Dom, except like a little bit more. It's more funnier because they're actually using his mother. He's like one of those kids that like doesn't listen to like his mother.
Shit, yeah.
And treats her like shit. He's like, he's pretty much like one of those kids that's like, Mom, you're embarrassing me. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on all the things that we talked about, especially the Survivor Series predictions. We want to hear it down below. If you enjoyed this live episode of the We Are Wrestling Podcast 84, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're listening, give us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download the episode. And J.A. Universal, Nick Wayne's mom got it going on.
Yes, the fuck she do, boy. Yes, the fuck she do.
Loves those MILFs. And if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Anything can happen on these lives here, but tomorrow, then we'll be live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel for WWE Survivor Series 2023 War Games.
Man. It's gonna be nuts.
CM Punk be back and ruin a big reaction for me because I will not be on the stream. Ben will be, and Ben is probably hoping for CM Punk so that I regret my decision going out to Brooklyn.
Cops Part 2. Let's go.
The link's down in the description below. You can go follow Ben and I over on our social medias and other YouTube pages. Ben, he does music reactions. I do toy hunts and, toy reviews. All the links down below. And, of course, all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.